We are in a world where AI is becoming more and more prevalent, but there is a question that has been looming around, and that is, should bots have free speech? We could say bots, we can say AI. The EFF, which is an Electronic Freedom Foundation, I generally agree with them on points of data privacy and net neutrality. I don't agree with them now because they are saying that AI should have free speech. They argue that many bots are simply an outlet for their human creators, and in some cases that disclosing the fact that a bot is a bot could hinder the creator's ability to express themselves. This whole question arose around that recent, we showed it on this show, we showed it on the main show, Google demoed Duplex, which is their AI that sounds very much like a person. I think 7, and it's like, you know it's 7. But
you calculated it in 1/1,000,000th of a second.
But the question is, should it be made clear that the people who are talking to this AI assistant, that it is AI and not a person?
Like, should they have to end the phone call by saying, this conversation was brought to you by Skynet?
Yeah.
I think yes. No, they shouldn't have free speech rights. I think eventually some AI should have free speech rights, and we'll get to have that court case. It'll make for great documentaries someday. We're not there right now. The only person who will benefit from bots having free speech rights are online trolls and people trying to subvert democracies.
I am on board.
That is the only point right now for that.
I mean, one day there will be evidence that these AI or bots, whatever you want to call them, that they've developed their own independent thought. But at this point, they're just mouthpieces for someone else's thought. I mean,
so you were like, it's censoring free speech if they can't have it. Okay, so the bot is a thing that you created that is ostensibly supposed to help you get across your message or your art. Okay, so are paintings and sketches and recordings. You can still libel people in a recording. Like a painting can get away with crimes. No, that's all stupid. It's still, you as an individual have free speech rights. It's not like, I can't yell fire in a crowded theater, but if I record it on something and then play that, it's totally cool. Well, yes, you've really gotten around the whole thing there, haven't you?
I'm really happy that you're talking on this. What we're talking about in particular is the large amount of bots on, for instance, social media that may have influenced U.S. elections, that may have been in the favor of, Russian troll farms. Sometimes people don't know that they're arguing with a bot instead of a real person, and I don't think that's fair. It's also, one person can represent themselves as many bots, so we could have this idea that there's this consensus about something when there truly isn't. And there could also be the idea of money being a motivating factor. Perhaps the person who's created this bot doesn't care either way, but they are being paid, they are being influenced by money in order to do this. And I don't think that's a fair tenet of free speech.
Yeah, you're able to have free speech. I don't think that you have any sort of inherent right to fool people into thinking that more people agree with you than do, which is also, by the way, a great argument for getting money out of politics, because the idea that money is speech makes about as much sense as bots are speech to me.
I mean, they are all like working in perhaps, the few's interests over the many's interests.
Exactly.
To go back to that last conversation we had.
Yeah, Spock really was ahead of the curve on that one.
Yeah, I think at this point, we're not there yet.
No.
Maybe one day.
Yeah, someday there will be a body with an AI in it, and it will seem to have emotions, it'll seem to have consciousness. It probably won't really in a philosophical sense, but it might merit free speech. But someone who's tweeting Pepe memes at you, we're not there yet, okay? We haven't reached the threshold.
I just don't think you can even consider that its own being at this point. It's just something working for someone else. Given whatever motivation.
Where's your Turing test?
Yeah.
Where's your Turing test?
You gotta pass that first, like in Westworld. Audience, do you think that bots, AI, should have free speech? Maybe you think we've got it all wrong. You can let us know on Facebook and Twitter.